Hey everyone, it's Julian. Today is Saturday, March 5th at 8:20 a.m. It is day 16 of me documenting my journey to becoming a mobile developer and learning all that I can about mobile development. So let's get into it. Today's going to be a little bit different. We're starting it with a FaceTime call from my good friend Trevor, who's an awesome animator, awesome graphic designer, and he's also been my friend for almost 20 years now. We've been friends since we were 6 years old, and he's 23 and I'm 22, so that's pretty bananas. But the bottom line is we worked on an app icon for like the app icon that you see on your home screen when you download an app, and it's for an app that I'm working on called The Same Page. That's important for the design. You'll understand why when you see it. And so we basically just like had an hour-long FaceTime chat, and he shared his screen and we went through designing the app from scratch, which is kind of crazy because we actually ended up finishing something that looks pretty cool, and I hope you guys dig it.
So what we'll do now is we'll change the blending mode, put it on a different color, and we'll do it, smelly. And we'll make it a little bit smelly.
It's kind of zesty.
We'll add like this, it'll add like this, we haven't found our color yet, but it'll add like a little something, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Select all of the holes at once and bring them all just down a little bit. That might help a bit. You could even make it easier for yourself and just select the paper layer and move it over to the left just a tiny bit. Yeah, like that's, yeah.
Yeah, I see you. I hear you too, yeah.
All right, well, we might have a winner chicken dinner.
I think we do. I think this keeps it simple.
Now that that's all done, I'm going to be moving on to some lessons from the Ultimate Portfolio app course on the Hacking with Swift website. If you haven't seen this vlog before, that is a course taught by Paul Hudson over at Hacking with Swift, and it's great because it takes you through the full process of developing a really well thought out app with great architecture, great organization, great UI design, great blah blah blah, everything. And so I really love it for that reason. You get to learn some really practical applications for all of the things that you learn from other places on the site, and it's overall just a really great resource. Again, if you haven't seen this vlog before, the app is basically an app designed to let somebody keep track of their progress learning a new skill, such as learning how to code, learning how to play guitar. You would have a project, learn to play guitar, and then you would have items within that project, such as buy guitar lessons, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry if you've seen other episodes and I just repeat this exact thing every time. I just want everybody to have context, but that's exactly what is going on here. And I'm about to start a lesson on documenting our code, which is going to be cool because that seems important, so you can keep track of what you have going on in your complex files and different stuff that's going on all over the place. So I'm gonna check that out, and I'll check in with you guys afterwards. So, like I said, this lesson was all about documenting our code so that people could, in the future, when referencing this code, know what is going on in our different properties and different functions and all that kind of stuff. So, in this case, Paul differentiated between code comments and documentation comments. I believe those were the words that he used. So code comments are for people that are trying to potentially make modifications to your code. And they are represented by these double slashes here, and they explain what something does that isn't necessarily self-explanatory, and here and in here. And it's very much emphasized in the course that it should be a thing that doesn't just translate the code into English, but actually adds onto the functionality of it, makes it more clear when it's not already super self-explanatory. We also have these documentation comments, which are signified by the different font and also the triple slash. These are particularly cool because they're for people that are trying to use your code within maybe their own projects or something like that. And they do this thing where the things that are written in the documentation comments, such as this parameter in-memory thing that discusses this in-memory parameter. If we click on this initializer function and then go over to our quick help pane in Xcode, we have the actual comments get laid out for us and written in a really nice and easy to read format, which is super cool. So for example, discussion defaults to permanent storage is also here, and it's being shown in that way in the quick help pane because we separated it from the initial description or summary with a line break. So that's pretty cool. Great way to keep track of what you're doing and help other people figure out what exactly is going on in your code. That was a really long lesson, but I'm going to keep going. And I believe there's only one more lesson in this section of the course, so let's see what it's about. So I just got through another lesson. This one was all about organizing the actual Swift files in Xcode. Let's check it out. So here we have the left sidebar of Xcode, and we have a bunch of folders here now. I had these folders here before, but they were organized not as well as they're organized now because I liked the suggestions he had for organizing things better than what I had before. So he has all of his different tabs organized into subsequent folders in a tabs folder rather. And within these are each of the names of the tabs. And if we go to home, we have all of the Swift files that are related to the home tab. We have all of the Swift files that are related to the projects tab in the projects folder, and so on. We also have all of our extensions, which is basically how I had it before. That configuration, these like default files that are sort of there, minus that's not default, obviously. And then we also have localization and just different stray files as well for things that don't fit into folders. So that's pretty great because he's really emphasizing a lot of organization stuff, and that stuff's really important to me because it means you can be more efficient, means you can communicate better with other people when you're working with other people, and it's satisfying to me, really, is all it is. I think I'm going to call it here for today because I kind of want to go through other portions of the project and just play around and refresh my memory on things because I've been going through this course for quite a few days now, and we haven't really been focusing on that much code the last few days. It's been a lot of organization, a lot of linting, a lot of testing and stuff. So I want to refresh my memory on what's going on, make sure I really understand everything behind the scenes again, maybe play around with some of my own code, and then I got some videos and stuff to edit. So again, I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.